like I said, I've been to 2 different orthopedics. We did MRIs, and they just said it's a severe case of frozen shoulder.
Your shoulder blade and your pec also is getting adhesive. Ooh, that feels tight too, right?
Yeah.
This is no joke, right? So now I'm on the trap. Wow.
I've never been to a chiropractor before.
All right. His whole body's sweating, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have Bill here today, and Bill has a really bad frozen shoulder. But what's your background? You're retired?
I am retired. I'm retired law enforcement.
Okay, great. Thank you for your service.
Yeah, thank you.
How many years were you in law enforcement?
28 and a half years.
Well, thank you so much. And it was in the New York area?
Yes.
Okay.
A little bit up here.
So this one, how much better is that one than when you originally heard it? Do you think it's 90% better?
It's about 90% right now.
Okay.
I don't have 100% full motion, but it doesn't deter me from my everyday chores.
Do you have a favorite thing to do in retirement besides come see me today?
You know, I like to go into the range, still shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Hobbies, fishing, you know. I got stuff to keep me busy, but with this injury, the frozen shoulder started in January of this year, and I thought I could push through it, but it's my weak arm, and you're going to see just how severe it is. The muscles on my chest and my back are sort of fused, and it's about 2 to 3 inches higher than this shoulder.
Okay, so it's really the whole thing locked up, not just the shoulder. You know, the real name for frozen shoulder is called adhesive capsulitis, and that's a great name because the shoulder capsule almost turns to like concrete or glue, and then you literally can't glide and can't lift at all, or at a certain point. So you move it away from your body and it stops moving. But in your case, your shoulder blade and your pec, or the chest insertion, also is getting adhesive or stuck or frozen. So it's not just the shoulder anymore; it's more expansive. But tell us, now you said you once had frozen shoulder on the right.
5 years ago, while I was still working, I had an injury, and I did get frozen shoulder on the right shoulder. Went to rehab 3 nights a week, but I only did it for like 3 months. And just because of my job and everything else, I sort of pushed through it. But it did take over a year to get it back to where it is now.
Yeah. How did this one happen?
Sort of an embarrassing situation. My house down in Florida, I was replacing the appliances, and most houses down there in Florida, they actually bolt down the appliances, and I didn't know that. And
because of hurricanes, right?
Because of hurricanes, tornadoes, something like that. But as I tried to move it, I should have checked it, even though I removed the hoses. I didn't, and I really jerked the crap out of it because I wanted just to move it out real quick.
Yeah. And
I injured both shoulders, but this one was worse. And it was just bruised, like tender.
Yeah.
Nothing to where I thought it would come to become a frozen shoulder. But that happened, I mean, that was last year in April when that occurred, and I suffered through the pain thinking it would heal, and then it became bursitis. I went to the orthopedic for that. They did x-rays. There were no tears, no fractures, no broken bones, but they just said I had bursitis.
Did they inject the bursa? No. Did you do any physical therapy back in those days?
Not for this shoulder, but I did it for this one. But I just knew it was going to take a long time, and I thought I could push through it like I did on this shoulder.
Right.
And this is different.
Okay.
It's more severe, and like I said, you're going to see it once the sling comes on.
All right, let's get started. Okay, so there is a big height difference. This part of the stick down at the top of his right shoulder, this is now way above it. This whole thing comes down, and this one makes you look like a middle linebacker. Another thing I like to do is I like to look at the bottom of the scapula. So does this hand even, he can't even move this behind his back.
No, I can't. That's it right there.
Yeah, let's see what this one can do. Not bad. So this is a problem, and this is all locked up. So this is all built up here, and this is not. It's pretty bad. And have it pointing this way, and see how high up we can make this arm. I mean, eventually it gets to the top. And you're already moving your arm forward, so keep it back. Try it on your own. So don't let the arm drift forward, and just bring it up as high as you can and then stop. Does it hurt, or is it just doesn't?
It just won't go.
So it won't go any further than that, right?
Yeah, it won't go. Yeah,
so that's it.
It wants to go forward.
And it's going forward, which is a type of cheat. It's not your fault, but your body goes, if I move forward, I can get a little more height. So it's doing a workaround. And now if we do it straight this way, we see, it's not, I wouldn't call you a yoga teacher, right? But it's not bad, he gets range of motion.
Right.
Now this side, and I'm holding this down so he doesn't cheat up too much. That's about all you're gonna get. Do the other arm at the same time. Take that one all the way up. Okay, so clearly different, okay? I'm gonna have you sit here for a second. I'm gonna have you sit up as tall as you can. Okay, does that hurt a little bit?
Yeah, it's a little tender.
So. Pulling this down. Going to come into the trap now, okay? So sit up as tall as you can. This hurts, I know, because I'm into this. It's like, feels like concrete in here. We got some work to do. Lie face up. We're going to just start working. So this is the pec minor. Is that very painful there?
It's bearable.
But you feel it though, right?
Oh, I definitely feel it.
Ooh, that feels tight too, right?
Yeah.
I'm lower now on the pec major. Oh, this whole thing is bad. Okay. Everything is like glue in here. It's really, should be called concrete shoulder. So watch, on this arm, he can bring his arm up to 90 degrees from his body and even turn it back. So he's got external and internal mobility. I mean, that one's pretty good. This one I can't even bring up. There's zero external rotation. He's got horrible internal, but external is worse. Do you feel?
Oh yeah.
Turn this way on your side now. So now I'm back behind the armpit, and this is bad too. So let's bend your elbow, bend here, good, and then push it up a little bit, good, and push up. So we're gonna do a little motion, and add a little bit of breaths to it, so it's gonna look like this, as you push your hand out. Good. And so I was in where the latissimus dorsi connects back behind the shoulder. Now I'm into the armpit itself. And that's bad too, right?
Yeah, this is tender.
Yeah. So on the teres minor, teres major, his serratus is all involved. There's the serratus. That's horrible, right? So I'm between the ribs on the serratus. And this is the back of the lat again, subscapularis. My thumb's all the way inside his armpit. Good. Now, now lie on your back again. You okay, Bill?
Yeah.
This is no joke, right? So now I'm on the trap. So this is a trigger point into the trap. And that's horrible.
Yeah.
And that's really bad. Okay. Good. Now try to lift your arm up now. Okay? Sit up tall if you can, chest high. I'm going to tilt your head this way. Let it go a little more. Wow. That was loud, wasn't it? His whole body's sweating, right?
Oh, yeah.
Whew. Was that a crazy crack?
Oh, very crazy.
Has your neck ever cracked like that?
No. I've never been to a chiropractor before.
All right. Maybe never go again after this. Come stand up.
Okay. That's about it.
Okay. Does that feel any different? Not yet.
I don't feel like it's...
A little higher,
This
right?
one's a little higher.
Yeah. Go do the side of this one. Where does it feel like it's catching? Like, where does it feel stuck? In the back, in the front?
That's a good question because I noticed it's really both,
Yeah.
to be honest with you, because I've never seen this before, and I looked
Yeah.
at, on the internet. I don't know how or why it did it, and I thought it was nerve damage at first, the body just trying to save itself, but like I said, I've been to 2 different orthopedics. We did MRIs, and we had x-rays done, and they just said it's a severe case of frozen shoulder.
All right, so now you're gonna lie face down. So now I'm in here up in the traps again. This is very painful, right?
Very.
Drop that shoulder down a little bit more. Here are those cracks?
Oh, yeah. Oh, jeez.
All right, so let's see. That's your left. Let me. Big one. That hurts too, right?
Yeah, it's very tender.
Right there, right? All right, come stand up. Do this. You don't have to put much weight on it, but just lean down and put your palms here. And that'll give me access to the pec, because it softens the pec in that position. And I can get under it now. So I'm under here, like I'm grabbing inside here. And I want to go under and into the armpit, but where the pec inserts. Ooh. There you go. Try one more time now. It's one of those spots too, right?
Yeah.
That's probably all we're going to do today. This is the process, people watching. I mean, this is a really bad case. In my mind, because I've been doing this for a long time, like there's only so much torture you can give someone and then their nervous systems get overwhelmed. I really laid a lot of pain into him today. But let's try your left shoulder now and see, try it and see if there's getting any.
It's still like it's...
The front went better though, didn't it?
Yeah.
Keep going. What's your observation? Do you feel like it's moving a little differently or about the same?
It's... I don't know if psychological, but it does feel looser. Let's
Yeah.
put it that way. I didn't come here for the first,
Yeah.
one shot. I know it's not going to cure this.
So this is a case we can follow. You know, he's going to take some visits. I mean, it's been concrete shot for quite some time now.
Since January.
Yeah.
Yeah. What made me really want to come see you is because I've never had this. I had a frozen shoulder,
Yeah.
and I do have some of the rehab tools that I purchased when I was doing it here. But to me, this was too different, and I didn't know if that rehab would actually give me the same effects. That's why I wanted to come see you
Yeah.
and see what you wanted. Well, just what you could tell me, just
Okay.
how severe this is. So
It's
I'll
severe.
definitely do those exercises.
Okay. All right. Thanks, everybody. One more.
Right.
Put your head this way. Let it go a little more. Wow.